Hey everyone, welcome to Live Free and Dig. Not sure how much digging I'll do today, but I wanted to show everyone this really cool old stone bridge not far from my house. And so we're just gonna hike up along this stream bed, and it's not like a like a town bridge or anything. It's just something the farmers built to get through this little valley and make their way up between pastures. So we'll be there momentarily. This is interesting, and I never really noticed it before, but the stones just above the brook here kind of look like they were stacked. So I don't know if this is the remnants of another bridge, or maybe because of the natural valley they had a very small mill here. It's hard telling. And this is extremely cool. I gotta step in the brook. That huge stone is the bedrock, and over time the grain's vertical, water's gotten down in and cleaved these huge pieces, and the roots looks like it's kind of holding it together now, and they're big. I mean, they're probably almost 4 feet from the bottom of that stone up to that hemlock tree. Let's see if I can get around it. Keeping in mind, this all would have been pasture 150, 200 years ago. So I don't see any other continuation of what would have been a wall here. So I really wonder if they had some kind of dam here. Probably, I think I'm gonna turn the detector on and just swing a little bit around this area. Well, there was some iron scattered around that oddity in the brook down there. I didn't attempt to dig any of it, but I've just got up to the second bridge, and this one you can clearly see the box culvert they made. So here's the bridge, stands about 4 feet tall. Now we'll go down and we'll look. They've got a large lintel stone, and you can hear, I can just about see through, and it's just a series of large flat stones covering this. See, I can't get in too far. And it's pretty dark and loud, but this one is still fully functional. Pretty impressive for the amount of time it's been here. And again, this is just a way for them to move their wagons and livestock through this valley, because it's pretty bony everywhere else. But I'm going to swing here for a little bit, and I'm only about 100 yards below the fields, so we'll turn the camera on if I find anything worth having a look at. Okay, I just stepped out of the woods. I'm 3 feet from the electric fence, and I have a good tone right here. It's about a 16. Could very well be a rifle cartridge. This area is hunted very heavily, and we're at the bottom of the field, so who knows? But this is I love the sound of this. Actually, it's 12 to 13, and I've got it both ways, so let's get this is so funny. Well, even in the woods, these are hard to escape. That is a vintage pull tab. What a beauty. Sounded amazing though, didn't it? Technically a ring. All right, first find. Well, I'm working my way along the field edge and pulled up a little bit of iron here and there, but this one's loud. I don't have high hopes for anything amazing, but it's one of the few very loud, clean ones. It's not very deep. Ah, holy crap. That's big iron. This end is squared off like it's for chiseling or something, and then this end is rounded like maybe a wooden shaft went on it. Other than that, I am not really sure. It is big and heavy. We'll throw it in the backpack and have a better look when I get home. Come about 200 yards without a good signal. This is a good signal, but based on what I found on this farm before, there's a lot of these old bottle caps, and that's the kind of what it sounds like. 21 to 23, and it is loud. But we gotta try. Oh, uh-oh. I don't know if I can get through. It's frozen. Here we go. Still need to be careful though, because the house was built in 1789, so even though it was continuously occupied until the mid-2000s, and there's a lot of modern stuff and farming junk, could still be something old. Uh-oh. Maybe it came out. Shoot. Oh, pointer's not working. Oh, shoot. I think I'm gonna get the big shovel because this is pretty deep. Oh, now I'm on a rock. Dang it. Wow. What do we have here? No wonder it was so loud for the depth. A very exciting half of a can. Looks like I put my shovel right through it. Well, it was a nice sounding tone. Yeah, it's a Pepsi. How about that? I didn't film this one. It was very low tone, but looks like we have a buckle from some horse tack. I believe the whole thing is iron or something close to that. Kind of rang in at about an 8 to a 9. That's the only cool thing I've found so far in the snow, and it has been hard going, and this will probably be my last hole of the day, though I still have a lot of field to get to the woods to hike back, so I'll swing a little more, but we'll see. Still cool. Okay, another low tone. 910. Says it's only 4 inches. This will be the last hole of the day. Hands are getting cold. Oh, got it. How about that? Some horse tack. Probably a guide for the reins. Well, that's 2 within about 30 yards. Not 2 rings, but 2 pieces of horse tack right down in the bottom of this field. So when I come back, I'll definitely spend a little more time down here. I'll take it. That will be the last hole. And we'll see you next time on Live Free and Dig. So this is, where's that other beauty? There we go. We got the buckle and the ring. Put them in my pocket and head back down to the house. Well, it's February, and this is a horrible time of year for those of us that like to metal detect and also live in New Hampshire, the great state, the land of the free. And I am living free right now, but I am doing 0 digging except for snow in the driveway, and I'm kind of anxious to get out there, but it's been sub-zero most of the month of February, so I know it's just simply out of the cards. So I thought I would take a few minutes and finish this video. So we're going to just take a couple seconds here and look at the different finds from earlier in the day when we were out. All right, let's do it. Okay, so what I have here on the table is an old horse harness. I found it in a collapsing shed next door to me, and I grabbed it so I'd have something to compare the metal parts that I find while I'm out detecting some of these farm sites. And it's complete. Everything's there. I mean, these are kind of falling apart, and that's metal in there. It's tin. And then we've got the rings. We've got buckles. And what's really cool is I've got a bridle rosette there. So on my last trip out, right in the same general area, I found this iron buckle and this iron ring. Now, the 2 rings are totally different sizes, but my best guess, not knowing what they are, is that they came off of a harness, and it makes the most sense. So I'm very happy to have this thing, though. I don't know what to do with it. I'll probably just store it on an inside wall in the barn somewhere because, you know, it's kind of awkward. I don't want to leave it outside. So here's the fairly large, you look at it next to my hand, iron spike. So on the front of it, you have 4 square edges. They go to a point, and then the back half of it is rounded. And when I got it home, I was looking at it, trying to think of what piece of farm equipment this could have come off. And I realized it could be the lead spike on a peavey, a tool which is used to move logs. This would drive into the log, and then an arm, a swiveling arm would come around with a spike and grab the log, so that you could then lever it over. And so I looked up PVs, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I'll put an image up of a PV intact, and, you know, if someone thinks it's something else, please let me know. Okay, so here are 3 of the finds, and you might wonder, like, why is this iron spike or square nail worth looking at? Well, I had a few weeks to study these finds, And as I was moving them around, all of a sudden, and it just came to me how significant this find was. And I didn't believe it when I first saw it, so I thought, I'm going to get my wife in here and I want her to look at this and see what she thinks to just make sure I'm not crazy. And she came in and she looked at it and immediately was like Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi. I knew it. Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi. So here I found 3 random pieces of iron. Not really treasure, but there was a message in it. And I'm pretty sure that could be the green lightsaber. So, this is kind of where we're at this time of year. And if you got to this point in the video, congratulations, because it's probably only about 7% of the actual views, maybe only 3. So I'm glad I could share this significant archaeological find from New Hampshire. Look forward to seeing everyone on Live Free and Dig sometime in the next couple months when we can actually get back out there.
Ain't nothing better than some dirty gold. Ain't nothing better than some dirty gold. Ain't nothing better than some dirty gold. Ain't nothing better than some dirty gold.